Am I the asshole for getting my boyfriend arrested? I'll just get straight to it. I'm a college student and this is my last semester until medical school. I've never been able to get a loan. I've worked 5.5 years to get this degree because I have to pay out of pocket, so it takes way longer. I've worked 2, sometimes 3 jobs at a time and barely had a social life. For this upcoming semester I reached my goal for tuition, so I quit one of my jobs so I could relax a bit. I was a server, bartender at 2 bars and an office job, so I always have cash hidden in my apartment in my closet in box, and before the semester starts a week or 2 before I deposit it so I can pay my tuition. My boyfriend sometimes stays over while I'm there or when I'm not. Since I've been saving for this semester, he's the only one who's been over. I've never told him about the box, but he knows I have to pay for school. Well, yesterday night I get home to put money in the box because I was gonna deposit it today and it's all gone. I freaked out and tore my apartment up thinking I put it somewhere else knowing I didn't. I called my boyfriend like crazy, no answer. I didn't sleep last night, I was panicking. Then this morning he finally calls me back. I'm yelling at him about my money. He's acting all confused and like I'm crazy. He comes over. I'm still pissed off. After a while he finally admits he took it so he can borrow and he'll pay me back. Where TF is he gonna get $14,000 from in 2 weeks? I went into a rage and called the police and reported a theft because that is what he did. Well, it's been hours now. I guess he got his phone call because his family has been blowing my phone up and his mother has said some really hurtful and racist things to me. They've been harassing me for the past 6 hours now. It's stressing me out even more and I hate that I'm feeling bad for him, but he stole my money that I've been saving for months. His brother did call and he was respectful and said they'll help him pay it back and I should just go to the police station with him and tell them I want to drop the charges, but I really don't believe them. I could do that and never get my money back still. I don't know what to do and I hate that I'm contemplating doing this. I'm just really pissed off and have been crying all fucking day. Not the asshole. Very sorry that happened to you. You could tell them you'll drop the charges as soon as you get your $14,000 back. Do not drop the charges. He stole from you and you have no guarantee that the money will come back. If his family really want to help, they will pay the money back to you so they can tell the judge he has made restitution, for a better sentence. The trust in this relationship has gone out the door and it is over. Block his family on your phone. You do not need their abusive. Before you do, if you have any messages from them, save them and ask the police for a AVO to prevent them from abusing and threatening you. So not the asshole. He stole the money, period, didn't even ask you. Tell them you will drop the charges if they get a loan and pay you in cash right away. Until then, no, you will not go down. You need that money. They can work with their son to get paid back. I hope you dumped him. Not the asshole. Break up. Press charges. Get your money. Unless they want to pay you the $14,000 in cash immediately, then nah, he's in trouble. Stealing from you, period, is wrong. He didn't take a couple hundred. He took $14,000. $14,000. Stole that. From you knowing it's your money. The audacity. That amount is a legal matter at that point. Not the asshole. You didn't get your boyfriend arrested. He got himself arrested by stealing from you. Tell his family you will drop the charge when and only when the money is back in your hands. Don't drop the charges until he tells you where he put the money. That kind of cash doesn't just disappear overnight. Or make the family give you the money up front. On a side note, take some of it and buy a safe and some new locks for your doors. Am I the asshole for deliberately telling my FMIL the wrong name of our baby? I 23F and my fiancé 25M are expecting a baby girl next month. We're really excited as this is our first child and we've been trying to prepare for parenthood. A lot of our family have been helping us with baby stuff and giving us general advice. They're also really super excited for her. Especially my FMIL. She's a very stubborn person and hasn't really accepted me as a part of the family yet. She always tells my fiancé how he could do so much better than me and that he's fallen into the trap of having my child. It's hurt me a lot and my fiancé has had a talk to her about it, but she still hasn't apologized or anything, so I just tend to ignore it now. She's also one of them mums who posts every little detail of their life to Facebook. Like when my fiancé proposed, she was straight to Facebook before we could announce it ourselves. Recently me and my fiancé have been coming up with names for our little girl and we both decided on the perfect name. A few days ago on a phone call my fiancé accidentally slips up by telling my FMIL that we've chosen a name. She's been non-stop messaging us and calling us to find out the name, We don't want to tell her until the baby is born so that it doesn't ruin the surprise and the whole of Facebook finds out before we are comfortable telling everyone. She tried guilt-tripping my fiancé by telling him how he's hurting her by not telling his own mother the name of her grandchild, that he doesn't love him and that we, especially me, are gonna try and keep her from seeing the baby. I'm not sure why she would think that, as nothing we have said has suggested it. To stop her from getting on my fiancé's back, I wrote a message saying that if she wants to know she can't post it on Facebook. She agreed and I told her a fake name. 5 minutes later into checking FB. I can't believe I'm going to be a granny to baby Charlotte next month. So proud of fiancé's name, and his partner. My fiancé was furious and called her and told her that she was wrong to announce it. She said that she was so overjoyed by it that she couldn't resist. He told her how that wasn't even the name and that we aren't gonna tell her until she's born, and hung up. It's been a few days and my fiancé has been getting texts from her saying that she didn't mean and that I'm the asshole for telling her the wrong name. Her words were, "Who even tells their FMIL the wrong name of their grandchild? Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. Who gives the wrong name? Someone who knew she was going to do exactly what she did. Not the asshole. May I suggest, forgetting to tell her about the birth until you've gotten out of the hospital and are ready to announce it yourself and have visitors? Not the asshole. New rule, your mill is the last person to know anything. You go into labor. Tell no one. Have your baby in peace. When you do decide to tell people after baby is born, she is last. If you don't do this, she is going to announce all over Facebook when you're in labor how many centimeters you're dilated, and then she will announce the name, weight and time of your child's birth. Hands clapping N, hands clapping T, hands clapping A, hands clapping. This is hilarious. Nice work op. She didn't mean to. Yeah, she just tripped and fell on the keyboard. WHO could have possibly predicted such a thing? Not the asshole. Who tells their mill the wrong name? A couple that has been harried and harassed non-stop and wants a moment's peace. If she can't help herself about broadcasting your life, you really don't have much of a choice. Either she gets severe information restriction or you don't get to make your own announcements. I doubt she would have appreciated her own mill being constantly on her ass like she is on yours and your fiancé's. Not the asshole. Am I the asshole for telling my sister I'm sick of her hypothetical pregnancy? For the past year my sister has been trying to get pregnant, a journey on which I fully support her. However, she's been kind of obnoxious about it. She's always bringing up how she might be pregnant. No wine for me, I might be pregnant. I can't keep the fast today, might be pregnant. I miss sushi, but I have to abstain because I might be pregnant. She's been pregnant and not pregnant for so long that I'm starting to worry she'll give birth to a cat. Last night I told her about an upcoming trip I have with my boyfriend and some friends. We're going river rafting, which I've never done before and was excited about. She jumped in with, "I'd love to try that too, but I can't because I might be pregnant." I got annoyed, because we were talking about me for once and she found a way to make it about her hypothetical pregnancy again. I said, "Well, no one invited you." She asked me what my problem was, and I said I was sick of hearing about her hypothetical pregnancy. She said I was immature and left. I feel bad, but also I am so sick of hearing about Schrödinger's pregnancy. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. Schrödinger's pregnancy, I'm dying. Not the asshole. I would go to the Dollar Tree, buy a bunch of pregnancy tests, and every time she says she might be pregnant, hand her a test. Nah. If she actively trying to get pregnant, avoiding alcohol and sushi is a good idea, as she might in fact be pregnant. It is a bit weird to keep saying it though. But it's not hurting anyone. I get it's annoying though, so I wouldn't say you're an asshole either for snapping at her. Not the asshole. And look out. If she's this crazy now, I can't imagine how attention-starved she'll be when she actually is pregnant. Not the asshole. She's being weird about it. Not the asshole. She needs a hobby and to stop trying to make every conversation about her. Am I the asshole for offering my friends to buy their apartment and rent it out to them? My friend, Zoe, and her boyfriend rent an apartment near us. They love living there, but their landlord announced that he will sell it soon. Zoe and her boyfriend are devastated. They even talked to someone from the bank and sadly, they can't afford to buy the place. My husband and I talked and realized that we have enough money to buy the apartment. I told Zoe and her boyfriend that we could buy it and they could keep living there. The only difference for them would be that they are sending the rent money to a different account from now on. Zoe's boyfriend lost it. He basically started yelling at us. He said he doesn't need us taking away his apartment then getting rich off on his rent money. He said something about us making him buy an apartment for us, because the mortgage will be paid with his rent and we would be using him. He called us arrogant among other things, and meanwhile I'm baffled by his overreaction. I'm wondering, were our offer really that offensive? Am I the asshole? I now would buy the apartment out of pettiness. Not the asshole. I mean, you aren't the asshole, but don't mix business with pleasure. Woman shrugging. It's literally bound to change your relationship even if they are the perfect tenant and you are the perfect landlords. Edit. Just to add your husband and you don't sound like you've done any research into what a landlord needs etc. Just, we have money. Let's go. And he's reacted like that rather than exposing why it was insulting. So Emma say neither of you would be perfect. The boyfriend's reaction was over the top. But I'll be honest, I'd feel significant other uncomfortable if one of my friends suggested this. 1. The only difference is a significant one. I don't want a friend to be my landlord. It would change our relationship and suddenly, my place would become their place. Visits would feel like an inspection. I'd never be able to talk freely about my home to my friend. Mixing friendship and business. Not good. 2. When something shitty happens to me, I don't necessarily need to be rescued. And especially not when it's a solution that my friend would ultimately profit off. Not the asshole. Zoe's boyfriend is stupid. He has no idea how renting works. How does it matter if he's paying then rent to you or someone else? Not the asshole, but it's a terrible idea. You'll never break even on the property. Are you willing to rent it to them at below market rate? Any rent increases you try to make will be met with a similar tantrum. Any repairs with the slightest delay will be shared with accusations of you exploiting them. Imagine trying to evict them if they stop paying because they are friends. Don't do it. You are the asshole. Landlording is an inherently exploitative act. Your offer is to become their new exploiter, and that's supposed to be seen as some sort of charitable act. I guess because if it's not you it could become someone even worse. But it could also become someone better. You would simply be the middleman for them to pay your mortgage on the property. Using your friend's need for shelter as an opportunity for profit. Who does that?